What's up, y'all? We on another episode of The Hot Seat. We back in the city. Ain't been back in a minute. Been down in Florida doing my thing. Got me a new girl, new son right here. She know how to come back, see what's up in the city. Got a very special guest with us today, man. I'm gonna let you introduce yourself, bro.
What's up, man? It's Reuben, Vincent, Jamla Records, and newest artist at Roc Nation. Yeah, that's me, Reuben.
For sure. And for people who don't know you, who is Reuben Vincent?
I'm a son. I'm an artist. I'm a friend. I'm a brother. I'm a whole bunch of stuff. I'm just a human, you know, at the end of the day. But I do music. I'm an artist. You know what I'm saying? I produce. You know, I write. You know what I'm saying? I'm hands-on with everything. I'm just about art. You know what I'm saying? So I can just say I'm an artist.
For sure. How long you been an artist for? Like, how long you been making art?
Really, my whole life, for real. But for real, like seriously, I like when I was 13, you know what I'm saying? It's when I took it serious. But I've always been hands-on with music, like growing up. I was always into music stuff, like, you know what I'm saying? Like hip hop just always drew itself to me. So once I like turned 13, I was like, all right, I'm gonna try to take this serious. And I branched into that. I was making beats, you know what I'm saying? But I've always been writing. So basically my whole life, for real.
Word. What's some early influences that you had? Because you got like a real old school vibe to you. You know, a lot of the young dudes today, they rapping, they doing their trap stuff, but you like a real MC.
Word, shoot, all the legends, to be honest. And if you think about it, even not just old school, like the ones who really stick out is the ones who really doing this from the heart. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they talking about. But I looked up to Kanye, I looked up to Wayne, I looked up to Pac, Big, Nas, Hove. You know what I'm saying? Andre 3000, the whole Outkast situation. And then also, like, just on the flip side of that, I looked up to people like Stevie Wonder, like Michael Jackson, you know what I'm saying? Like Pharrell, you know what I'm saying? I was tapped into all of that. So, you know, just bouncing off that and listening to different stuff. Lauryn Hill, you know what I'm saying? Whitney Houston, just different names to throw out there. But I feel like all of that had played like a big influence on me.
How'd it feel meeting Hov after looking up to him for so many years?
Man, it was crazy because that was an experience, and it was quick. It was like a 20-minute experience, but it was just like, oh, I'm in the right rooms, you know what I'm saying? And back then he wasn't even like planning on like, you know, doing anything with me. I was coming there as a guest. Right. I was in there with Rhapsody, you know what I'm saying? Just like walking around the office with her, and you know what I'm saying, just meeting people and stuff like that. But it was really like her that I was going with. I was just watching, you know what I'm saying, as a youngin', and then he popped up in the room, and he was just regular, you know what I'm saying, which was dope. It was like, okay, like I can get there, you know what I'm saying, and I'm in the right room. So that's how I looked at it. And it was just a dope experience to make me just add that fuel, you know what I'm saying.
You said you was up there with Rhapsody. What's your relationship with her?
That's like my big sis, for real. Like me and her like this, you know what I mean? Like just like life general. She's helped me with life stuff. She's helped me with music stuff, you know what I'm saying. She just took me under her wing. You know what I'm saying, gave me support, gave me advice, you know, taught me a whole bunch of stuff that I do now, took me places that I ain't never been. So it's just, we got like a sister-brother relationship.
Put you on the mix, for real.
Facts.
Shout out to Rhapsody. She North Carolina?
Yep, Snow Hill.
North Carolina too, Snow Hill?
252.
For sure, shout out to the 25 for sure. Okay. When would you say that everything started rolling for you?
Shoot, when everything started like looking like bright for real was when like I put out my first project when I was 16. You know what I'm saying? I was messing with Ninth Wonder. You know what I mean? And I had just signed a Jamla. And then like, it was crazy because I had like quit my job. I was working, it was overworking me. Like I was 16 working like 45 hours a week, bro.
What was you looking at?
Chipotle, bro. But they ain't had no workers, so like, they just was slaving me. Like I'm coming home late, tired. I'm not doing this.
Making the chicken, the rice, and
Facts. I was getting a check though. You know what I'm saying? So, which was the good part, but you know what I'm saying, no, money isn't everything. So like I wasn't about to sit there and, you know, do something that's not really calling me just to make some bread, you know what I'm saying, especially when my calling was right in front of me. So I dropped that, and then Swizz hit me on DM. You know what I'm saying?
Just like that?
Yeah, he was like, yo, like, I fuck with your shit. He was like, you gonna be great, bro, just stay you. And you know, he's been showing me love ever since. So once I seen that, I was like, oh, okay, I know where I can take it.
Right, and that was off the Myers Park project?
Yep.
For sure. So you went to Myers Park High School?
Yeah, I went to Rocky at first, because I grew up on the east side all my life until like 15, you know what I'm saying, 15, 16, like freshman year. I moved to Myers Park. And that was the whole project. The reason why I named it Myers Park is because I was seeing like the different racial, you know what I'm saying, the segregation over there.
Right, it's culture shock for sure.
Yeah, you feel me? Especially me coming from the East. You know what I'm saying? I'm in classes with white people and I'm just like, you know, no disrespect, but it's just like, damn, like this shit is different from, you know, what I grew up to. So.
That was the same for me because I came from DC. So, you know, DC, all black pretty much.
Yeah.
So then when I moved down here, I'm just like, what the fuck?
It's a culture shock, you know what I'm saying? So, and then at the same time, a lot of like police brutality stuff is going on. So that was just my whole like frustration and things that I talked about on that project. You know what I'm saying? Just how, as a young black man, you had that fear, you know what I'm saying? Even if, or people look at you a different way, and you know what I'm saying? Just, you know, not even trying to keep it on the negative side, but also looking at it like, I'm okay, I'm proud, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stand here and change the narrative. Because when you think of Myers Park, you think of the other side. But I came in and I was like, all right, I'm gonna name my project this and make it something new. You know what I'm saying? So.
Oh, that's dope for sure. And one thing I like about you, man, is you really put everything you got into this. And you could tell by your music videos, your music, your image, it all come out. Because you know a lot of younger dudes, they probably doing their thing on the side and they a rapper, or they doing a couple different things and they a rapper too. But you can tell you an artist first over anything.
Facts, that's a fact. That's a fact, man. I just look at it like, for me personally, you know what I'm saying, I ain't knocking anybody for what they do, but I do it because this is what I love. And, you know what I'm saying? Everything else that come with it, let it come with it. But you know what I'm saying? This is, I didn't just pick up this because it was something that I could just make money off of. You know what I'm saying? This was something that I like, you know, passionately love. I love the art of it, like you said. And you know what I'm saying? This was just what drew me. You know, a lot of people I see now, they just picking up to it because they see what other people doing. Exactly. And I'm not in it for that because that don't last long. I'm in it for the long run. So, you know.
Well, they say you love what you do, you don't never work a day in your life. So.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And I ain't had a job in like 2 years. You know what I mean? Like, and it's not easy. Like, people think that, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be quick bread once you jump in. It's not. You know what I'm saying? You had to. I remember times where I had to, you know, just risk my last dollars to just go places. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you really love this, you're gonna do it regardless. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just for the quick buck, and people think they get in, it's gonna be the quick buck. Like 2 years, like there'll be times where I got bread, there's times I don't got bread, but I gotta keep going. So
and that's the reality of it for sure.
It's a fact.
With that being said, talk about, because you know you got the deal now, Roc Nation, big deal. Congrats on that, by the way.
Man, thank you.
But talk about the grind and the come up and all that it took to get there. Spending your last on studio time. Got your homeboys in here. You probably had to crash on their couch once or twice.
Man, I crashed in the studio, actually. I crashed in the studio, like, my big homie Knife, you know what I'm saying? He got a studio down in Raleigh where, you know, that's one thing I could say I was blessed with, was not to pay for no studio time. So he's like, shoot, if I ain't got to pay for studio time, I'm in here as long as I can be. You know what I'm saying? I'll pack a bag. I used to sacrifice, and that was one thing, like, if you want something, sometimes you got to sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? You got to sacrifice not going to the party, sacrifice not all the social events, not being at all the social events. Like, I sacrificed summers and just stayed in the studio. Sacrificed spring breaks. I didn't even go to my prom. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the thing is, I was going to go, but then Shorty kind of played me to the left. So I was like, all right, bet, I'm going to the studio. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't tripping. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing compared to what I'm doing. So it's like, you got to sacrifice. For sure. And that's all it was, like, hard work and sacrifice, putting in them 10,000 hours. You know what I'm saying? Getting knocked down and getting back up. You know what I'm saying? It's all that. You know what I'm saying? People see the outcome of it, but they don't see everything that comes with it. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot.
Real shit. So what did you think? Because you had a real mature mind at a young age. It seemed like, what you think embedded that into you?
Shoot, the people I was around. I've always been that way though. Like, growing up, my mom would say, like, I remember she used to tell me, like, when I was little, like, I hardly ever even used to cry, like, you know what I'm saying? And she'll be like, she'll be at the crib, I'm not wilding out, like, I'll just come sit on the couch right next to her. And then on top of that, I had, like, older cousins and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I just was always around older people. Right. So I kind of just grew up on that. And then the music I was listening to, like, I was listening, and that's the thing, like, I feel like I do have an old soul, but I'm still young at the same time, so I'm tapped in, and I had that balance of both. And it's like, I remember, like, when my homeboys was listening to Chief Keef, I was in there. I was listening to Sosa, but then I'm also listening to Illmatic.
Right, you listening to all of it.
You know what I mean?
Way, sure.
You know, so like I think that all really groomed me, and then just seeing stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I had to grow up fast. You know what I'm saying? Like become the man of the house. So it just that kind of just molded me like a little different.
Right, so it's really just you and Mom's for real?
Yeah, it was me. At one moment, like I had to step pops at first, and I know my pops. Like I used to go see him on weekends, here and there. But it was like at one moment when I turned like 11, 12, it was just me, my mom, my little brother, and my little sister. So I'm like big brother. She at work. You know what I'm saying? I got to take care of my brother and sister. Like you know what I'm saying? So it's like as soon as I was old enough to get a job, I was like, I got to get a job.
I got to get to it.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I was working 45 hours because like I was like I got to do something. So. That I feel like all of that molded me a little bit more, and it just made me more hungry. Right. You know what I'm saying?
I was watching one of the interviews you had. Some shit you said hit me like that shit hit my soul because it was the same way for me when I saw your song got on Madden and everything, and your song I hadn't knew that shit like I play Madden all the time, bro. So like when I heard that shit come on, I was like, what the fuck? Like, oh, that's him. Like, yeah. But you was talking about how that was you and your dad's way of bonding.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking like, damn, like really that's the only bonding time I had with my dad, like for real, like playing Madden.
And either playing the game or him scooping me up in the whip, playing me music, you know what I'm saying? So that was just a dope full circle moment because it was like when I used to go to his house, like when he had free time, we was either playing 2K or Madden. Mm-hmm. So it was like, and then when he's driving me to his crib, he playing me the Wayne stuff. Right. He's playing me the Pac, he playing me the Big, all that. So it's like, for that to be the full circle moment of me like doing the music and then also me landing that on Madden, it was just like, oh, that's crazy.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Sure. You got a song on 2K too, right?
Nah. I need to though.
Word.
What's up?
Sure. Yeah, shout out 2K. Y'all get my man on there. He's doing the soundtracks.
Facts.
So how did the Roc Nation deal actually come about?
Man, so I was in LA earlier this year, you know what I'm saying, just going out again, rap, taking me out just to, show me. Right. And I was, one day I was just like, she was like, yo, I'm going up to the Roc office, but they wanted to meet you because they've been hearing this stuff. Because I've been in the Roc offices a couple times and they always, was tapping in, but they was like, we want to hear some of your new stuff. So I was like, all right, pulled up and I played them some of the stuff and it was like, all right, like this is dope. So I was like, bet. And then, I didn't hear anything from them for a little bit, but I was like, tapped in with Young Guru. You know what I'm saying? Like Young Guru I was chilling with him, being with him at his crib, just locking in, working on music, just working. And like I went back home and I had put out a State of Mind video, which I had shot 2 years ago.
Check that out.
Yeah, State of Mind. It came out. We put it out in the summer, but I shot that like 2 years ago when I was like 19.
Man, I saw Law look young as hell.
Yeah, with the fade, all that.
Shout out Law and Bobby too.
Facts. Shout out to them. But yeah, so I had shot that. We had put it out, and the president called Ninth and was like, "Yo, like he ready." And so I was like, look, like I was working, bro. I was working for my boy at for the COT, like just with him, and because that's my boy. So I was just showing him love, working for him, like when he needs somebody on the register. And while I didn't have nothing to do in the city, I'll go over there. So I had literally was closing up the store, and Mike called me. Was like, "Yo, yeah, Roc saw the State of Mind video. They ready." And they was like, "They say you ready." So we was just, going back and forth, just making sure everything is like, situated. And December we announced. So yeah, man, it's like it was a secret I had to keep for a long time. Imagine walking around with that in the back of your head for 5 months.
Damn.
But it's a blessing, though. I'm grateful, man. I'm just ready to get to work.
Word.
You know what I'm saying?
Plans coming up 2022?
Definitely new music on the way. You definitely gonna see a lot more of me, everywhere, videos, shows. I'm just gonna be everywhere, you know what I'm saying? So
yes, sir.
It's time. Like, I sat back and just was working, you know what I'm saying? Now I got something to show for it, so.
For sure. Some people be a little familiar with you. You was on the BET Hip Hop Awards, kick the freestyle on there.
Learning how to captivate. Money I can stash away, cause someday we'll all be free. Like Donnie Hathaway. Speak for unspoken ones. Hold your daughters, hold your sons. Cause cops could go play golf after putting a hole in one. With a loaded gun, take a shot and you in trouble. They tell us shut up and dribble to keep us inside a bubble. My youth was motivated by jiggers and Nipsey hustles. Cut a blueprint to the marathon, ain't gon' end up in struggle. The 45th president never cared for our residents. Really had me thinking my choice of voice was irrelevant. Penny for my thoughts, know that knowledge makes us wealth. But how we gonna make some change if we don't be the change ourselves? Look, I feel like Mary J. We ain't taking no more pain. Down the ride to keep our megas away from the Tory lanes. The school of prison system just had went remote. The revolution will be victimized if we don't ride and vote. I'm Ghost.
Facts.
How was that experience?
Crazy too. Like everything just and that's why I feel like it's destined, because it's just everything just be full circle. You know what I'm saying? I grew up on BET, so for them to reach out and want me to freestyle, and for an important cause, like, you know, talking about voting and just, you know, being able to broadcast me was like a blessing. You know what I'm saying? Everything that happens is a blessing for me. Like I'm just grateful. You know what I'm saying? My family come for nothing, so it's just like any way I could, you know what I'm saying, break above that, I'm just blessed to do that. So yeah.
I know you got a lot of sense of direction and where you're going and stuff like that. What would you say is the impact that you want to leave when it's all said and done?
When it's all said and done, I want people to be like, yo, nobody did it like him. Nobody did it like him. I want to, you know, touch a whole bunch of bases. Like, I want to be one of the greatest, you know what I'm saying? So when I sit back and I'm retired, and I'm chilling with my family, like, I want everybody to be like, nah, like, he was one of them ones, you know what I'm saying? And I was a pioneer. I came in, I stamped in the game, you know what I'm saying? I put other people on, you know what I'm saying? I left a mark, and, you know, the right way, you know what I'm saying, for the pureness of it. So when it's all said and done, man, I just want to be one of the greatest, put on my people, and just, you know, take this somewhere it hasn't been taken before.
What advice would you give to Lil Reuben?
You was right. Keep going. Don't let nobody tell you different. You saw it. Don't let nobody steer you off. You was right.
That's real shit, bro. Real shit.
I wouldn't change nothing.
Nothing.
I wouldn't change nothing.
That's what it's all about. Yeah. Appreciate you coming out on the hot seat, man.
Man.
First a minute.
Thank
Sure.
you, facts.
Alrighty.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate y'all sliding out too, gang. We're gonna get up. Y'all get the gang too, baby.
Facts.
Y'all shout out.
I was about to say,
drop y'all gram and everything.
Let them know who they are.
Verse, everything. Johnny Kane, man.
Johnny Kane.
50 singing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Said 50 years singing. Already. Appreciate y'all coming out, bro.
I appreciate you.
I love the hot seat.